We need to save a truckload of money pronto, or no more us. I've been studying your job descriptions and discovered that a significant amount of staff functions are being duplicated.
Mum and Gerald are the backbone of this place. We need them both.
Your job's on the line too, Libby.
You can't get rid of me. I'm practically management.
This isn't personal, Libby. We have 3 people doing jobs that could be adequately covered by 2, that's all. This doesn't reflect anyone's skills or performance. It's purely economics.
Well, who's it going to be? Can you at least tell us that?
Well, that decision hasn't been made yet.
Then why put us through all this rigmarole?
Because I wanted to raise the option of voluntary redundancy. If somebody's ready to go, that would put an end to the problem. Okay, I'll take that as a no. Next step, you will all be invited to apply for the new positions.
Don't you have something to say about this?
Obviously, we prefer this didn't happen at all. You are our friends, our colleagues. Each of you is highly valued.
I'll be in touch with your interview times.
You should have told me about this.
And what would you have said? We are this far away from closing our doors. We cannot afford emotional decisions, just decisive, drastic action.
You have ambushed me in the worst possible way. Those people trust me. I trusted you.
I'm going to be late for my next meeting.
Tough Becky, sit down.
No, we'll discuss it over dinner.
What, to discuss work, discuss us? Because right now, one of those would be good.
Struggling Ambo tries to make a difference. And what does he get in return? Struck by an infected needle. His life is changed forever, and the evil blight on society continues.
That's the junkies, right?
Well, duh. So what do you think? Am I brilliant or what?
If unintelligent, unbalanced sensationalism is your idea of brilliance.
Tell me what you really think.
You've totally bought into the lie. What?
Nothing. I'm just glad it's not me.
What lie?
The neoliberalist media dumb-down right into the lowest common denominator?
How would you do it then?
For starters, I'd make it a fair fight. Find out what the junkie has to say. Find out how they got where they did and why they did it. Find out how they got to be HIV positive in the first place.
Well, it's not like I can track down the junkie that stabbed him.
A real reporter would.
If you look at this, you'll see it came down to a simple choice. Sacrifice a new heart monitor and ED, or sacrifice a member of support staff. An ED can't operate without a new heart monitor.
Well, that doesn't make it any more palatable.
They'll get over it. One door closes and another one opens.
Why didn't you ring me while you were away? Not one single word while you're at the conference. If things have changed between us, I'd really like to know.
I'm freaked.
Not over Scotty, surely. Look, we work together. These things are going to happen.
No, it's not about that. First there was Chris, and then there was drinking and the accident, and after all that stress and chaos, I got a quiet patch and things seemed vaguely normal again. And then you came along.
And everything turned upside down again.
I just needed to catch my breath. Some time out, that's all. And I missed you very much.
And I missed you very much, too.
Do you want to come check out my new apartment?
BP was initially 80, but it's climbed to 120 over 75. Probable vasovagal.
Thanks, mate. Is that your shift done?
Yeah.
That junkie who stuck you, what was his name?
Gee, that's funny. I must have missed that between the formal introduction and the handshake.
But you know who he is, though, right?
No. And why do you need to know?
Just research. Well, what about the woman, the one who hurt you out for the clean needles? What was her name?
Whatever it is, you have no business with it. No names. That was our agreement.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, and if you break the rules, there's no story, which leaves you kind of high and dry.
Well, I can know the names without breaking any of the rules.
Sophie, I'm tired and I need to go home and sleep.
That junkie girl, Katrina, the one that Hunter helped? Or the one he got the clean needles for?
You mean Astrid?
Yeah, any idea where I might find her?
Maybe, but that's confidential and not really any of your business.
Oh, I just want to help her, that's all.
Really? Then why would that be?
Tracy, give us a hand.
You better not be up to anything stupid.
Of course not.
Tracy.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Good morning.
Sailing you down the river 1 minute, all smiles the next.
I doubt it's much to do with him. She's the one holding the reins.
Still, I can't believe Cal didn't stick up for you.
Fait accompli, that's why.
You don't know that. Rachel didn't name you specifically.
She didn't need to. They all think I'm ready to be put out to pasture. Truth is, they're probably right.
You're by far the most experienced. It'll take them ages to train someone up to your level.
Gerald walks all over me with the computers. And he can do Libby's job.
So who's to say it won't be Libby then?
I don't want Libby out of work, nor Gerald. I've had my run. I've paid off my mortgage. They're just starting out.
So you're going to take voluntary redundancy because you feel bad for them?
It's probably the fairest thing to do.
Rubbish. Look, you spent your whole life working to support your kids. Finally, you're at the point where you get to work for you. What about overseas trips and that new car you wanted? They're not going to happen if you fall on your sword. Instead of reminding them why they should kick you out, start reminding them why they should be begging you to stay.
Could you please stop doing that? It's stressing me out.
I can't help it.
You don't know it's you that's going to get the chop. It could be any of us.
Oh, you were the one barreling into Rachel McKenna's office making all sorts of demands. I practically signed my own death warrant.
Or she may have been impressed that you're willing to fight for what you're worth.
Did she say that? You see? Death warrant it is.
Oh, what difference does it make? I bent over backwards to accommodate that woman. I stood by her when no one else would. I even cleared her name. Where did that get me?
Rachel McKenna may be a complete piece of work, but she's no fool. When it comes to the crunch, you standing up for her is going to count for something. I know it will.
You really think so?
Yes. And if not, then she is a terminal hell hag, and the Karma Police will ensure that she never has a moment's happiness. Just spare a thought for me when I'm forced to work drive-through.
Oh, that's never going to happen.
Never say never, Libby.
What about your tech money?
I spent it on textbooks and stationery.
The lot already.
Look, I know that I'm a married woman and I shouldn't come to you for stuff like this, but you're my dad, and if I don't get a new camera, then I'm stuffed.
Kieran should have put away money for things like this.
Well, he's trying his best, but business is a little slow. And I promise to pay you back, I swear.
What with? Hugs and kisses?
Thank you, Daddy.
How about having a coffee with your old man, if you've got time?
Of course. I just need to check my emails first.
Yep, be my guest.
Why don't you go down and order the coffee, and I'll meet you there.
Sure. What did your last slave die of?
Insubordination. Trim latte, please.
You actually rang this woman? How do you get a number?
Does it even matter? The important thing is that I'm going to be able to tell the story from both sides. HIV positive versus possibly HIV. It's complete winner.
Yeah, well, couldn't you get both angles without talking to her?
Oh, yeah, but that would be speculation. I won't get an A for speculation.
Okay, well, putting aside the security and ethical lines you've probably crossed, how do you get her to agree to this?
Tried and tested journalism techniques.
You mean you offered her money?
I offered her an open and unjudgmental air. It's cathartic.
You haven't told her you're Hunter's sister, though, have you?
No.
No, because then she wouldn't have agreed to the interview.
I'm telling the story objectively. It doesn't matter who I am.
And what if she finds out?
She won't.
Sophie, this isn't some high school newspaper project. We'll be meeting with a desperate criminal.
Yes, in a public place. Sugar.
I don't care. I'm coming with you.
No. I'm a grown-up married woman. I can take care of myself. Don't be such a nana. I can handle it.
You bought a new camera?
Oh, Dad lent me the money.
You mean Dad gave you the money?
What can I say? He loves spoiling his little girl.
Which are you, Sophie? Daddy's little girl or a grown-up married woman?
Chill out. It's just a camera.
Yeah, a camera that I couldn't afford to buy you. These things affect me too. Try thinking about that next time.
Who ordered the painting? Oh, no one. I just remembered that they were in storage and I thought you might appreciate it. That and save us a few dollars.
Brand new magazines, hot off the press. I saved the Vanity Fair for you, air freighted, by the way.
What's going on? I thought I said no.
No more magazines, I know, but these didn't cost us a cent. I had a word to my local dairy owner and he agreed to give them to us free of charge, as a personal favour.
Goodness, he must be a very good customer.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you think I have time to read magazines, Gerald?
No,
And if I wanted artwork, I would have said so. Of course, You both have work to do. Now go and get on with it. I don't believe it.
Can I tempt you?
You people are shameless. Utterly shameless.
You bought those magazines. Don't deny it. Our dairy owner hates you.
he does not hate me. He merely takes exception to the exception that I take to his hygiene practices.
You bought them.
Well, only because I couldn't make them.
I made these muffins for everyone, not just for Rachel.
Well, you two should be ashamed of yourselves.
No, at least we didn't dredge up mud fight on canvas.
That is an extremely valuable piece.
A piece of...
Shh! Stop it, the pair of you. Arguing and finger-pointing isn't helping the situation. We all want to keep our jobs. Yes?
Yes.
We don't want anyone else to lose theirs either?
No. Maybe...
Then we should prove to Madam Muck that we are all needed and we are all valuable. Singing each other's praises, not tearing each other apart.
You're right, Yvonne.
We should be sticking together.
We should be waving the flag too. Solidarity amongst the workers, all for one and one for all. Too far.
A little.
Check you out, Nigel, no mates.
Well, Astrid's hardly going to show while you're hanging around. I promised her I'd be alone.
No, it's a definite no-show. What did you expect? She's a junkie.
Thought she'd come for the money.
You're paying her for this interview.
Not enough, obviously. I was hoping for an A for this assignment, but without Astrid, that's not going to happen.
Overachieve angst. Don't you just hate it? I got an A for my last assignment. It wasn't such a big deal.
Fine. If she's not going to come here, then I guess I'll just have to front up at her place.
You go to a junkie's house.
Why not? You're the one who said I needed both sides of the story. And plus, I'm not a kid. I can handle myself.
At the mall, maybe.
I don't exactly see you volunteering to come. White middle-class fare got the best of you.
Spoken like a true neoliberalist. If you need backup, I suppose I can do backup.
Great. Let's do it.
Hey, ladies. Where's the party at?
Lauren and I are just going to go meet someone.
Astrid.
Astrid who?
Oh, she's just a friend. You probably don't know her.
It's fine if you want to go too. I don't mind copying alone.
It's just that it's kind of a girls-only thing, right, Lauren?
Right.
Just a random guess, but I'd say they're up to something.
Budget reports as requested.
Thank you, Gerald.
Actually, it's Yvonne you should be thanking, not me. She's the one who compiled them. And it's one of her strengths, actually, budgeting. She did raise 3 kids on her husband's salary, after all.
You don't say.
I do say. She may act like an old fuddy-duddy, but she certainly knows how to make a roast chicken go the distance.
How does that possibly help me, Gerald?
Sorry?
Well, you're obviously trying to tell me something here. I thought it was work-related, but now all I'm hearing is that Yvonne's only good for chicken soup.
But she's good at her job as well.
I'm glad to hear it. I'd hate to think that you were trying to make her look bad to make yourself look better. Thank you.
I guess this is it.
Looks pretty dodgy. Are you sure you want to go in?
Of course. This is Ferndale, not Baghdad.
Okay, well, I'm here if you need me and all that.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm here to see Astrid.
You got the money?
Yeah.
Tissue?
Sure.
Rachel, how are you?
Exactly the same as the last time you saw me, Yvonne.
The muffins are now in the staff room if you want one. And by the way, they are for everyone. Please use the tongs. Gerald is very particular about food handling procedures. In fact, he is totally committed to a safe and healthy workplace. Without Gerald's persuasion, the hospital would never have implemented the pen sanitising scheme.
We sanitise pens?
And that is just the start of it. He has also implemented antibacterial tissues, hand wash, and he is constantly wiping down the desk with bleach. Thanks to Gerald, cross-contamination and triage will never be an issue.
So how much time does he spend cleaning?
An appropriate amount of time.
You just said he did it constantly.
Yes, but he always gets through his work. Talking of which, I've got a lot to do in the next hour.
Well, you're contracted to finish at 5. That's over an hour away.
But it's rehearsal day. The importance of being earnest. But we always make sure that there is someone to cover the desk.
We. So Gerald's off early too.
What was the question again?
How would you describe your current lifestyle?
Compared to what?
Like I said, I'm just trying to tell both sides of the story. Kind of like two strangers and how their lives randomly collide.
But no names, right?
Oh, absolutely not. So, you said you grew up in the suburbs. What was that like?
Normal. Just average, really.
Average in what way?
I don't know, average family doing average stuff. Do you want a coffee?
No, thanks, I'm fine. So, a girl from a regular suburban background ends up hooked on opiates. Why do you think that happened?
I don't know, just bored, I guess.
How old were you when you first started?
16, probably.
That's pretty young. Could you describe to me what it was like for the first time?
I was at a party. Someone else was doing it. I tried it.
And how did you feel about that? Were you nervous, excited?
Yeah, a bit.
What about the day when the ambulance officer got stuck by the needle? How did you feel then?
Pretty stink.
Stink doesn't really give me very much. Could you expand on that a little bit?
Not really.
So at the end of the day, as long as you scored, it's not such a big deal that you could have given someone HIV.
Look, is this going to take much longer? I've got stuff to do.
What if I told you that the ambulance officer was my brother? How would you feel then?
You'd better be joking about that.
No, I'm not.
You set me up!
Okay, just calm down.
Liar!
Hey, you missed a bit. What? I said you missed a bit. Oh, it's all right, mate. I'm joking with you.
Sorry, Sophie hasn't even mentioned an Astrid to you, has she?
Astrid? No, nothing comes to mind. Mind you, I'm not good at keeping up with Sophie's friends. Hunter, does the name Astrid mean anything to you?
Yeah, of course. She's a junkie. It was her mate who spiked me. Why?
What is it, Daniel? What's going on?
Sophie and Lauren went to her house about an hour ago.
Why the hell would she do that?
If I lose my job because of this stupid play...
It's not that big a deal.
Then why did you even bring me into it?
I didn't mean to. We were just talking about you and...
What did you say?
I was trying to explain how good you were at your job.
And then somehow she twisted your words around. Yes, she did exactly the same thing to me when I was trying to talk you up. Speaking of which, you're very quiet over there. All for one and one for all, remember?
Well, I haven't had a chance yet.
What does it matter? Rachel is looming over us all like a great big shadow, and if we don't get to rehearsal, Ruben will be too.
Who cares? Losing our jobs is slightly more important, don't you think?
We've made a commitment to the production.
I can cover. Cover reception if we need to get away early.
I know what you're up to.
What?
Making yourself look good while you make Yvonne and I look like a couple of skivers.
I was just trying to help.
Help show us up.
Oh, well, I think you're doing a good job of that on your own.
Saboteur.
I beg your pardon?
Traitor. Back. Stabber.
Oh, if you're quite finished. I need this on an urgent courier if anyone's actually interested in working today.
Is this it?
You can
check my wallet.
Don't get smart.
Look, I'm sorry I told you about my brother, but I didn't do it to make you feel bad. I did it so you'd start really talking to me. I'm gonna go.
What about your story?
It doesn't matter.
That'd be right. You run back to your nice little family. I lost mine. When I was your age, they didn't want to know me. You wouldn't have a clue what that's like.
Actually, I think I do.
Yeah, right. I was totally alone, like you've ever been there. Probably never done drugs. I was just a kid at a party. I was trying to be grown up and cool. Flash forward 3 years and I'm in rehab.
And what happened next?
Got clean. I got married. I even trained to be a social worker.
So why did you start again?
I had a little baby. A beautiful little boy, and I lost him through cop death.
And the drugs helped.
It all became a big fat blur. Now this is me. Stealing stuff. HIV positive and pregnant. I am sorry about your brother.
I know it wasn't you. I know it was the guy that was with you.
I know, but I could have stopped him. Your brother was trying to help me. He's a really good person. I don't know what I'll do if he ends up positive. I'll never forgive myself.
We don't know that yet.
What a mess. I never, ever talk about this stuff to anyone.
Thank you for trusting me.
Get the hell out of my way! Get your hands off my sister, you filthy piece of trash!
Here's a serial womanizer.
Another Warner Playboy.
I think she's pretty special. You mean you did last night?
Or Mr. Monogamy.
I don't change girlfriends like I change my sheets.
Shortland Street. Next, TV2.